water. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. What is that? Chocolate?
I am eating Grailed dark chocolate filled with sea salt caramel.
Ooh, you made me want some candy. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Mom, grab your mom.
I got it right here.
Okay, all right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us for another live Monday night on Over the Years with Tim, Josie, and my Dukes. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on right now at Over the Years, what's about to be going on Over the Years, and we're going to talk a little bit about Carnival Glass. So we got a jam-packed show for you guys tonight. I hope everybody is doing okay. It is hot as it could possibly be here in the District
of Columbia.
The nation's capital.
Maryland.
So,
for crabs.
And in Maryland too. So let's go ahead and say hello to a few people that have been chatting away in the chat while we were away. Let's say hello. First in the building, chubby Uncle Rico. You know what's funny? I don't think I've ever seen Napoleon Dynamite from beginning to end.
That's not Napoleon Dynamite?
Yeah, he's from Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, is that the dad?
Uncle Rico.
I don't remember there being an Uncle Rico. Who is Uncle Rico? The ones with the pots? I
don't know. I've never seen the movie from beginning to end.
Oh my gosh.
And my man Anthony, the bluegrass picker. Anthony, man, I'm gonna talk about it a little bit, but I've been, studying the world of cards lately, man, and it's crazy. And I know it's interesting because Anthony does a lot of cards, specifically just Patrick Mahomes cards, but he's made a couple of crazy $1,000 plus sales on football cards. And now Anthony has been getting into hats after watching Sternock and I's lives, which is pretty dope. And he's got some good stuff too. So thank you for joining us, Anthony, over at the Bluegrass Pickers. And our favorites, of course, Lisa and Rob are in the building. Hey, Anthony, Rob and I got his and her lights.
Rosie.
So we're ready right there with you.
Tracy.
And then Rosie is in the building all the way from across the pond. And Tracy, if you guys don't know already, Tracy has started a cooking channel on YouTube, and it is absolutely phenomenal. I'm so proud of her and so happy. Like the editing, the simplicity yet deliciousness of the recipes and the way that she delivers the information is all fabulous. I'm not just saying that because Tracy's our friend. Because I'm a straight shooter and I'll tell it how it is. I mean, I really enjoy watching those videos.
You gotta try some of those recipes.
I've been thinking about that's what I'm saying is that it feels like I can
the
cook.
Desserts. I every time I'm just motivated.
She made these rolled up French toast things.
So good. I was watching it, my mouth was watering.
So so check out Tracy's new cooking channel called Devour. It's divine. And Hemlock Lady, how are you doing this lovely evening? Dakota Zone is in the building. How are you doing, Dakota Zone? Hemlock Lady says, hey, Tim, Josie, and my Dukes. Brian from the Tri Flippers, what's going on, brother? Kelly Ecom Mom is in the building. Michelle, how are you doing, Michelle? All right. We got Laura in the building. Jennifer Hayes, how are you doing, Jennifer? Thank you for joining us. South London Reseller 106 in Austin, Texas right now.
God.
Kiss My Stained Glass is also in the building. 1969 Nathaniel. Oh, I got to show you. He's got some really awesome Wedgwood pieces that he has up on his Instagram page. I got to show you that. Nathaniel, you're in New Zealand, if I'm not mistaken. And yes, I this is one of the first things that I learned, when I started expanding into the worldwide of YouTube was that over across the pond, they call a wrench is called a spanner, which is very interesting.
Dad, what's a spanner? Does he know what that
Queenie Conquest. Aaron, the Rebel Junk, is in the building.
He knew.
He knew. Oh, chubby Uncle Rico.
He said it's freezing in New Zealand. That's right. You guys are in winter now.
Wow.
That's crazy to me. All right, let me get some water. I'll be right back.
Really? Just I could have given you water.
Oh.
Me first.
All right. Yeah, because it's gonna be a mouthful today. Pause. Oh, that's cold and good. All right. Yes. If anybody has any Redskins stuff, I would suggest raising the price.
I'm keeping it.
I'm gonna obviously keep a bunch of my stuff. For the record, I'm all okay. I'm
With
not
the name
with the name
change.
change.
Yes.
It's time, and it had a good run, but the world changes and the name changes with it. So
Still our team.
Still our team. Actually,
Who knows? This might make a difference. Do something.
yeah. I mean,
If they name them something that starts with an R, you can, and they keep burgundy and gold. That cat's fine. It doesn't say Redskins, does it? Just R
yeah.
and burgundy and gold.
What's going on, Steve? How you doing, brother? Yeah. So I mean,
Whoa.
if you guys have some Redskins stuff, I missed a fun quiz today. Let me tell you, I've been giving my Dukes has been relaxing. I've been trying to get her to relax. She hasn't been really relaxing.
No, I think we need to get the phone away from her. Facebook.
Yeah, but I've been doing all the packing. So I was super busy today. I didn't get a chance to really watch much of interesting as far as watching anything on YouTube. But yeah, I packed, what is it? I think I packed 23 things today. And there was one order of 10 items. And so I had to pack it in 3 boxes.
Of course.
3. Well,
Yeah.
you try to get it in 2.
I packed the McCoy cookie jar by itself in 1 box.
Okay.
And then I packed the tin tray and a couple dishes, a couple precious moments, 5 toy cars still in the box, all in 1 box. And then I packed the trinket dish, the top to the cookie jar, and another dish in the in the other box. Look at this.
There's truth to this.
Yeah, I'm on sabbatical.
So
3 boxes.
3 boxes. So I was packing pretty much all morning. And while I was packing, though, Josie popped up at the thrift store.
Yeah. Just quickly. This is what I found. I found this cushion, and this is like nostalgic for me because my parents would always bring cushions for seats and stuff. And I don't even know why. I mean, I feel like they were young enough that they didn't need a cushion, but this was a thing. This is July 19, 1996, Olympics that took place in Atlanta, the opening ceremonies. This is the logo. You got advertised by Coca-Cola here for endorsement. And I thought this was like really cool. So I grabbed this for $3.
It's in really good condition, too.
It's in great condition. There's no rips or tears. This is naturally a part of it because it comes on the other side as well. It's like a hole punch, but I
So
think
the air can go out when you sit down.
exactly.
Yeah.
You guessed it. That's right. So this is what I got. And then secondly, I got this piece of Carnival Glass.
Nice.
Really, really cute. I like the color.
Ooh,
Little hearts.
the heart.
It couldn't say no. I had to keep it.
Oh, you get to keep it?
Well,
Well, you haven't kept anything lately, have you?
Oh, look at that.
no, I guess I'll give it to Tim.
Oh, he went to the Olympics. then.
No.
That must have been an awesome experience, Steve. I hope you saved some of the memorabilia you bought from there. I sold the 1996 Atlanta Olympics starter jacket. That was pretty crazy.
Awesome.
So, all right. So, yeah, this weekend, I didn't really do much sourcing. I've actually kind of tried to. I'm gonna try and pull back a little bit on sourcing until I get through all the stuff that I have right now because it's starting to backlog. And I just stopped by a couple of yard sales on Saturday morning before my nephew's birthday.
I know you didn't try to tell me about it either.
What you mean?
What you mean? I came into the car just to find like a bag full of stuff, and I was like, "What is this?" And Tim was like, and his voice just gets higher when he just doesn't want to tell me. So he's like, "I just stopped at some yard sales." And I was like, "Okay, that's cool."
I picked up a pair of I see everybody that sell these Brooks shoes. These joints were brand spanking new. I did some comps on them. They were like $50 to $75. I mean, these things are like fresh.
Were they like leathers?
No. They're like running shoes.
Oh, okay.
And they were $5. So I picked those up. I found some Nike turkey soccer jerseys, which were fresh. One of them still has the tags on it. I picked up some ink cartridges. And then I picked up a couple pieces of china. Not a lot of glass out there, but yeah, there goes Kent. He says, Brooks are money. Do you know my brother had another deer run out in front of him today? Jeez.
It's not rutting season. Why are they running?
I don't know. I saw a bunch on Sligo Creek the other day, Ma.
Really?
Yeah.
Big one or little one?
One little and one big.
Oh.
Look, Steve said he sent out a pair of Brooks today.
Wow, that's nice.
Okay, they're called Brooks, and the name of the shoe is Beast. I'm pretty sure.
I don't even know what they look like. What do they look like?
They look like Asics to me.
Okay.
That's what they look like.
Not to change the subject, but our precious moments that was another scam. They kept telling everybody precious moments were so hot. How long have you had those precious moments?
Oh my God.
2 years?
Man, I don't know. I mean, they're the only two precious moments I've ever bought. Because
thanks, Hemlock Lady.
Yeah, that's how it was. What's going on, Tim? Thanks for joining us. I know I saw somebody else popped in I wanted to say hello to. Where is she at? Ashley.
Nice.
How you doing, Ashley? Thanks for joining us. So yeah, it's there's just so much. I went to my old football coach and baseball coach's house, and he gave me a bunch of stuff that I picked up. Some really nice Carnival Glass, some jadeite, and then a bunch of random stuff like these old books, like the Roy Rogers books, some old school Fisher Price toys, a wind-up toy tank. You know how much that wind-up toy tank is worth? That thing's like $50-$60. I just found that out the other day. And I got some Lincoln logs, a whole bunch of random stuff. And I'm still processing stuff from Pennsylvania, but I'm trying to like set up a new workflow to try and get things done. And it's just like, it's tough, but I'm going to try and get better at organizing myself and my working habits. And
Bluegrass Picker says, I sold some precious moments last week. Last one, no more for me.
Yeah. Those things are just like, it's
death.
Jimmy, what's going on, brother? How you doing? So yeah, so besides that, my nephew's birthday party was on Saturday. We did like an outdoor social distancing, waterworks thing.
Water slide.
Yeah. And water balloons.
Yes, it is a Marks tank. So we did that, and then so I haven't braided that thing on his face.
He's promising he's getting it cut. It's going to get cut.
Yeah.
My birthday's coming up, and I want to see it like, just like that.
Do you want me to? I can look for you on WorthPoint, Michelle, if you want. Just message me afterwards. Don't let me forget, and I'll look it up for you. Where is Cernock? I don't know. It's a good question. But so besides that, I've just kind of been. I'm gonna try and do like 4 hats. I'm gonna try and list at least 10 things a day. and I'm trying to get up early, get the packing done in the morning, list some during the day, and then finish up so I can actually come home and not work all night. Because Josie, it's made me
the birthday cake.
No, I brought some birthday cake. I didn't bring the whole thing. I brought some here and I brought some to Gretzel's. I did forget Josie's cooler and I did forget the plant.
Spider plant.
Yes, I did. Oh, there's Gretzel right there,
Hi,
Mom.
Gretzel.
Hey, Gretzel.
So Gretzel is the individual I was with when I got this cushion and this Carnival Glass. So the Carnival Glass, when I picked it up, I immediately FaceTimed Tim to figure out what type of glass this was. Oh, I knew it was Carnival, but which brand? So I thought it was Imperial.
Yeah, we're gonna look it up and we're gonna try and figure it out right now. This is kind of like a different. Not Laura. I haven't nailed it down, but I'll send you a message in the next couple of days or two and let you know. So if I haven't been responding to everybody's messages, I do apologize. I'm really backed up right now. I'm trying my best to get caught up with everybody's messages. It's just I took my Dukes to the doctor. I took my Dukes to the dentist. I've been doing all the packing. Like it's been my nephew's birthday. It's been a really busy week. So
a pretty epic birthday party.
Yeah, there you go. Gretzel says the unexpected trip was worth it.
Yes, it was.
Oh, Laura Bemos, I might be opening up another shop.
Nice. And so the other thing I've been doing lately is yes, you're welcome. Thank you for being patient with me, Aaron. Like I said, it's been kind of difficult to answer everybody's messages lately with everything that's been going on. So just trying my best. What's going on, Kevin? How you doing? I know it works when you're backed up. That's a good old what is good for that? X-Lax. Oh, Enemin.
Enemin.
So I'll tell you a quick funny story. When I was a kid, I played football, and I played in like a Beltway league. So it was kind of like, a little bit pretty competitive. And so there was a weight, you had to make a certain weight. And so I was like just above the weight that you had to be under to play at this level. And it's like me and 3 other kids the same problem. And like our coaches, they like put us in like trash bags and sweatsuits, and we were running around. We went to the sauna. This is when they had Bally's inside of Wheaton Plaza. We went to the Bally's and sweated it out. And then like the night before, we just sat at coach's house and ate X-Lax and just tried to get it all out. Yeah, I don't know, but we all made.
Was it you and who else?
It was me, Jamar, and somebody else. I can't remember who it was. But we all made weight, and coaches took us to McDonald's afterwards. Like we didn't eat for like a week, really. Coaches took us to McDonald's afterwards. I must have ate like 10 Big Macs. It was so crazy. So yeah, that's my X-Lax story.
Did you know about this?
No, if I did, I forgot.
Look,
I just remember the time when Steve was done for the 85-pounders midget football. I just remember when they had a big game the next day, and the 3 things you couldn't do. One of the
baseball. That was a baseball game.
It was a baseball. And I know, but did you win that game?
What, the baseball game?
After Steve had that unfortunate accident?
I don't know. I think so.
Well, they were not supposed to go out or hang around or slumber parties or anything like that. So Timothy, Steve, Doug, who else? Chris, Alvarez.
And Daniel was there too.
Daniel
left and snuck out to go to his girlfriend's house at the time.
Mm-mm.
So anyway, the rest of them are skateboarding in the dark. And Steve goes underneath slips and goes underneath what do you hit?
No. What happened is we were picking up like a steel plate. You know these?
Oh yeah.
We have these. Mom, did you turn the volume up or something?
No. Is it too loud?
Yeah, we're echoing. Okay, we're good now. So we picked up this giant steel plate that was like a connecting piece between like two sidewalks, and we were picking it up to use it as a ramp. And what happened was, I mean, we were kids. We were probably like, I don't know how old we were at that time, but it was, I mean, it was probably like, I don't know. That's because I'm thinking about how much it weighed back then versus now. I'd say it probably weighed a good 300 pounds, and we dropped it and it fell on my boy Authentic's leg, and it just like script, and his skin just like rolled off.
Oh, it was so disgusting. And they came to the door, and Chris Alvarez says, "Miss Kelly, do you have some Band-Aids?" I said, "We need the Band-Aids." He said, "Steve," he said, "A lot of Band-Aids." We wrapped it up. It was so gross. And I put all of them in the car, and Doug had just gotten a new video camera, so he was having a good time with that. He was videoing the hospital and everybody. And I took all 5 of them with me to the hospital. And Steve's mom, where was she? In Atlantic City?
I don't remember.
Oh man, we had to call her. That was brutal. And the nurse was sitting there laughing because Mrs. Borsico she started talking in French. Hey,
Grailed.
Yeah, and she was so mad. And Steve goes, "Yes, mom, yes, mom." So anyway, I said, "It's gonna be okay." We didn't tell her what really happened. We told her he tripped up the steps on the metal back porch. Oh man, it was awful. And they finally did 13 stitches?
Something like that.
And we had the game the next day, and nobody was going to tell coach. So Steve was all suited up. We had his leg all wrapped up. He had his baseball pants on. And I think you guys won, but I don't know how he ran bases. I don't know how he did anything. It was really bad.
Yeah, that was a crazy story. And speaking of sports, I have been kind of dabbling in this whole like sports card realm, and just kind of like exploring the options. And like anything with reselling, I like to look at it from all angles. And so, like I've been participating in a couple of card breaks. I've been buying a couple of packs, some boxes.
Packs of what,
Panini, those sort of things. And it's just like, I'm just kind of like working out all the angles. And I've pulled some really nice cards. And then I kind of got some that I'm going to save, waiting to see how these football rookies pan out and baseball rookies pan out. But I've been spending a lot of time looking into that stuff, which has been super interesting, because there is a whole nother world out there, like on YouTube, of people that do these card breaks. And it's just team break groups in Facebook. I mean, like, it's insane, like this stuff. And like sometimes it's a gamble, obviously, but like the way I look at it,
sometimes or always?
Well, always a gamble, yes. But sometimes more so than others. And the thing is that if you want to sell something, you gotta have to know what it's like to buy something. And a prime example of that is I was, just kind of doing okay on Mercari. And when I started going on Mercari to like snipe cheap hats and pieces of glass and stuff like that, that's when I kind of like changed the way that I was listing on Mercari. And that has like drastically improved my Mercari sales. My Mercari sales have been going crazy lately. I think I made 5 sales on Mercari yesterday by itself. So yeah, it's just, and I'm working on trying to get together a bunch of other resellers and do like a roundtable on cards to kind of figure out how everybody else approaches the difference between like getting a card and selling it quick, and getting a card and holding on to it as an investment, and things like that. Thanks for stopping by, David. Hope everything's well, buddy.
Bye, David.
And so, yeah, so we're just kind of like exploring all that, and it's fun and it's interesting. And like I thought about doing it a couple years back. I remember when Gary Vee was first talking about it, because I have experience selling sports stuff. I mean, that's the first thing I sold as a kid. Ma Dukes will tell you I was slanging them baseball cards in the early 90s like a G. I mean,
God, they knew us. They get excited when they saw us walk into House of Cards.
Oh, House of Cards was the spot.
That was the hanging place.
Yeah, it's a completely different game now, though. It's nothing like what it was collecting cards back in the day. It's pretty wild. So I've been getting into.
What does the Tri Flipper say? Have you all seen the app TCG Player? What's that?
What's that?
Oh, okay. So I saw that in Part-Time Picker's new channel. It's an app where you can you scan Magic the Gathering cards and it tells you how much they're worth. What my question was is I wonder if that thing works for other cards besides Pokemon. I mean, not Pokemon, besides Magic the Gathering. Because if it does, that'd be super interesting. So I'm gonna look into that for sure. No new players are an investment ever, in my opinion. They get hurt tomorrow, busted for coke and hookers, and you lost it all.
Oh,
Yeah. So, who was my favorite baseball player in the '90s? I mean, I grew up an Orioles fan, so Cal Ripken. Cal Ripken was my man. He was end all be all. But outside of the Orioles, I mean, Brady Anderson, those guys, all Orioles players. But outside of that, Ken Griffey Jr. was the player that everybody wanted to be in my hood. He had the most beautiful swing, all that stuff. So it was crazy. It works for a lot of trading card games, my guy. See, that's good to know. That's good to know. Tommy says sell them fast. That's what I'm saying too. Is there's some that I immediately will list, and then there's some that you might send to get graded. If it's $1,000 card, it turns into a $3,000 card. And then there's a couple like the Joe Burrows. I'll sell some of the rookies that I get from him, and then if I'll hold on to some of them and sell them after the season or during the season, depending upon how he performs. Invest in baseball if you pick a sport.
Sunak says pump and dump.
Pump and dump. Yeah, Griffey was the man. Obviously, yeah. I mean, and this is the thing is if you want to invest in older cards, it's got to be it can't nothing. Once you hit the 70s, that's about as far in as you're gonna get for that. So that's but yeah, Griffey, the swing that Ken Griffey Jr. had still to this day, there's never been a baseball swing as beautiful as Ken Griffey Jr. It's crazy. Pump and dump. Tracy says, "Is that your sex life, Tank?" So that's gonna be coming up soon. I'm gonna be doing an card opening, maybe the end of this week. It depends on how things go. And then
Who was Ma Duke's favorite baseball player?
Jose Canseco.
Right.
Ma Dukes had Jose Canseco everything.
Really?
She still does. You still have.
I could have sworn he was going to Cooperstown till he screwed up.
Yeah. See, that's the thing that's crazy. It's in those situations, I mean, I'm probably gonna sell something like that off the break. I'm not gonna hold on to that for too long because of those exact sort of things. See, for me, I watch the sports, I follow the sports. So it's if I see somebody who gets drafted who I think has the potential to be a star player that isn't necessarily on everybody's radar, that's somebody that I'm going to invest in because I'm investing in them at a very low cost and, with the possibility of a great return. But if I get a Joe Burrow autograph out the box or a Zion autograph out the box, I'm selling it immediately. You know what I'm saying? I'll hold on to some of the rookie stuff, but the ones that you can get that immediate value for, I'm in the business of making money. You know what I'm saying? So it's I want to be able to learn both angles of it. And that's why I've been trying to explore the whole that. So
Bluegrass Picker, why I even sold Mahomes. Injuries and slapping.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah. So then now let's the schedule for this week. My schedule is bananas. It's crazy. So we're live tonight. And then I put some links in the description of this video so you can find those links for our upcoming appearances that we're going to be in. We are going to be Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. We will be on Courtney's channel, The Bolo Buddies. We'll be doing the Bolo Buddies show. And then Thursday night, I'm going to be doing my first live vintage sale. And that's going to be on Trusty Huckster Mercantile's channel. After I do that, I'm going to explore the option of doing some live vintage sales as well, solo dolo on my channel. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. And then Saturday, I got the big pick with the fellas. I'm actually very excited for. Hopefully, everything's still going down for that. But yeah, that's going to be crazy. Driving up to PA, meeting up with the fellas. It's going to be a crazy day. Yes, RG3 jerseys are everywhere. Everywhere.
So sad.
It is. Hey, Janet, thanks for stopping by. I'm excited. Yes, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Looking forward to your first sale. Yeah, it's going to be Thursday night. We're going to be on Trusty Huckster Mercantiles during the live sale. And then depending on how that's received, hopefully we can gain enough popularity and fans to where we can run our own sale on our channel as well. So we're pretty excited about that. Man, I don't have that much money ready, man. I ain't got pockets like that, man. I'm living in DC, bro. I don't got 5K for that one. I'm gonna try and bring a G though. I'm gonna try and bring a G. We'll see.
A G?
Yeah. I'm gonna need to borrow.
Are you taking all of AJ's birthday Visa cards?
I'm gonna need to borrow some money, man. 500. Don't worry, I got you back once I withdraw my eBay money. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. I might have to give you a hard time. You're gonna send out the Brinks truck? I mean, that's a long way from Cali, Andy. Have you sold your cards that you got that your wife picked up yet? Let me know about that.
Where are you guys going in Pennsylvania?
Allentown?
Allentown, that's where Eileen lives.
Yeah, remember you told me that. Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. What's going on in New Hampshire? I always wanted to ask you, does NH stand for New Hampshire? I got to figure that out. So now that's the schedule for the rest of the week. It's jam-packed week. We're going to be all over the place, YouTube, packing orders, learning about cards, listing new items. Got a big pick in Pennsylvania. So it's you're holding unless someone decides to buy my holding listing. Gotcha. So now that's what's happening.
Oh, Hemlock Lady's from Allentown.
So now Carnival Glass. All right. So you guys have heard me talk about Carnival Glass before. You saw this piece that Josie actually picked up today. So Carnival Glass is something that I have always been high on. I know my Dukes loves a lot of the Carnival Glass pieces too. We do fairly well selling Carnival Glass. A lot of it sells very quickly. Some pieces don't sell quickly. And the thing is there's a lot of these pieces of Carnival Glass that can easily, for a beginner, that you can grab thinking, oh, I found Carnival Glass. And it still is kind of Carnival Glass, but it's a newer version of Carnival Glass made in, the 80s and so forth. So what I want to do is I kind of want to show you guys the difference between the two. I want to show you guys some of my favorite sites that I use to find Carnival Glass. And I want to show you guys some of, how we like to do. We like to get on that worth point and show you guys the crate. Why are you looking at me like that for, Josie?
Like what?
I see, I can see you looking at me.
You don't have any Carnival Glass books though, do you?
I don't. That's the one book I don't have. We were talking about it. What's going on, Eric?
LBX Picker.
And I wanted, before we get into the Carnival Glass, Bill Hackett is not in here right now, but my Dukes and I wanted to give a big shout out to Bill. Hopefully, you get a chance to rewatch this.
Look at this beauty.
If not, we'll show it again. But I wanted to give a big shout out to Bill because Bill. Yeah, just pick it up, man.
I'll pick it up. I had it next to my flower. Look at that beauty.
So Bill sent this awesome paperweight to Ma Dukes for her birthday, and it's really dope.
It really looks pretty. I put these two next to each other.
Yeah, and I'll post a picture of the two together.
Oh, you're going to post the picture? Good.
And so But yeah, we wanted to give a big shout out to Bill. Big thank you for that. And also I wanted to thank Trusty Huckster Mercantile. He sent me a really awesome keychain for the deep dive that I did on his channel for uranium glass. So yeah, I want to thank everybody for supporting us and showing us love and sending us gifts. It's funny because when Eric jumped in, that's immediately what reminded me, because Eric was like, you know, one of the first people that sent us something, you know, in the mail, and like that was like super dope. Like like, if you guys aren't watching OBX Picker, like he's a great guy. Like I thoroughly enjoy him, and like for me, it's like, you know, you could find tons of people to watch on YouTube, but I like to watch all these channels that I watch, and I like all these people in this chat right here because like I can talk to them like it's normal. Like, you know, like when Josie and I met up with Cernock, like it was like we had known Cernock for years. Like we just like, it was just natural. Like I had the best time hanging out with Cernock. So it's like, I just want to, you know, show love to everybody that supports us. Tomorrow, Eric, OBX Picker, is doing a listing challenge, live listing challenge marathon. What time does it start at, Eric? It's live on YouTube from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So I might jump on with him for a little while tomorrow while I'm working.
That's serious.
Yeah. So make sure you guys head over to OBX and subscribe to his channel. Thank you, Kent, for dropping some links. So yeah, that is there more? I need some more. Why are you? Can you stop looking at me all live on YouTube, giving me the side eye all night?
I'm not giving you the side eye. I'm looking at you. Are you gonna finish my water?
I was going to, so you said that.
Let me see what's left. Tim, chocolate.
So 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Thank you for that, Lord. I appreciate that. Yeah, so 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. tomorrow, OBX Pickers channel is where the party is. All right, so dang, Mom, got your phone all up next to the
I was looking stuff up.
I hear. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and jump into this Carnival Glass situation. Oh, you know what I sold today, Mom? I sold the big Eastern Standard Time. Yes, Kelly, Eastern Standard Time. I sold the big roly-poly Anchor Hawking jug.
Oh, that was nice.
Forest green one that I just picked up at the yard sale a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, sold that. That was dope. I think I got like $40 for it, something like that. All right. So let's go ahead. First of all, I'm just going to give you guys, you know, the quick, like, standard definition for what Carnival Glass is. So basically, people started calling Carnival Glass because in the 50s, it was sometimes given away as prizes at carnivals and fairgrounds, but that can be misleading for people to think that that's the only way it was distributed, because a majority of it was actually purchased by the housewives to brighten up the home at a time when only the well-off could afford bright electric lighting. So yeah, its popularity was during the 20s, when a lot of it was produced and prices were low enough for the ordinary home to afford. Starting in the 20th century, though, Carnival Glass was eventually produced on every continent except Africa and Antarctica, but largely and initially in the U.S. All the major European glass-making centers except Italy produced some, and it was very popular in Australia. The Carnival Glass gets its iridescent sheen from the application of metallic salts, while the glass is still hot from the pressing. A final firing of the glass brings out the iridescent properties of the salt, giving Carnival Glass the distinct shine it is known for. So that is like the basic rundown of the generic version of why Carnival Glass is Carnival Glass. So let me pull up first some I want to show you guys what's going on, Gimbal. I want to show you guys some of what the newer Carnival Glass looks like. Harvest grape. Now, when I say that this is newer Carnival Glass, but this doesn't necessarily mean that it can't be sold, because you could still sell some of this stuff. It's not necessarily as valuable as older Carnival Glass.
Didn't you just mail one out today with a big chip in it?
Yeah, that one that we just I just picked up. That was in my latest What Sold video. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna share this. I'm gonna share the screen. Hey, Lainey, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. All right, share screen. All right. And at any point, if anybody has any questions, please don't hesitate to ask questions in the chat. This is just going to be like a brief run through for you guys. I'm going to be doing a more of a deep dive on a pre-recorded video for you. But I just wanted to kind of get this out there for people to have an opportunity to distinguish between the two. So this is a typical pattern that you will see a lot of in thrift stores, probably at yard sales and stuff like that. Now, this is Indiana Glass Company, and the name of this pattern is called Harvest Grape. And it actually comes in a bunch of different colors. I want to say this was made like in the 70s. So as you can see, you have this is like a blue version of it. That's a horrible picture. Jeez.
You can't tell how pretty it is, and you're iridescent.
Yeah, you can. Ace, stop barking. So you can tell just by kind of looking at this that once you start to look at the older ones, you can tell the difference between the two. So this is a typical pattern that you will see a lot of. Now, there is some other ones that are older that kind of look like this, but you'll be able to tell a difference. Ashley has a question. Might be a dumb question, but my mom peels the stickers off everything. If there aren't any stickers or marks on the glass, how do you identify makers? So that's a difficult thing to do, Ashley, to identify these sort of glass pieces. It just, after a while, you kind of just figure it out. Like, we have a piece right here that we're going to try and identify live on tonight's chat. And I'll just kind of go over the process in which I do. I basically just take identifying factors and then Google it. And then after that, kind of go into worth point, go into replacements. I use some other websites too. But yeah, identifying glass can be difficult without maker's marks and stickers. But that's pretty much, it's a process. It's a tedious process. Sometimes it takes really long. But yeah, so this is a pattern that you'll typically see a lot of. It comes in that blue shade. It comes in this green shade. Now, like I said, they still might sell, but it's not the same thing as older Carnival Glass. So this is another one of them. Another one, and Indiana Glass, I guess, is kind of one of the more predominant makers of new age Carnival Glass. Not say new age, but I mean like 70s, 80s. They made another pattern called Heirloom. which is actually really pretty. And I have sold some of this before. Now you'll see this. This could be, this could be Indiana glass if it's not an newer imperial glass. But you'll see a lot of Carnival glass have these what you call like geometric patterns, and these are very common amongst newer and older Carnival glass pieces. As you can see, this kind of has a geometrical pattern too. They refer to these things like these as like hob stars or pinwheels, and you'll start to learn some of the terminology also. Now, also like the colors of Carnival glass there's so many sometimes that it becomes super
that's
difficult.
I don't even like red, but that's
Which one?
I said I don't even like red that much, but that's nice. It's kind of like a raspberry.
Yeah. So you can kind of you'll start to learn to see like this is like over dramatic. Like you can kind of tell like and it's a lot like you can kind of feel it too, the difference between like the old stuff and the new stuff. But what is that?
My phone.
And sometimes you'll be able to find markings. So newer Fenton Carnival glass will have will say Fenton on it. Okay. Older Fenton Carnival glass will.
Is this new or old?
We haven't established 100% yet, but I'm fairly certain that it's newer, but still pretty piece. But the older Fenton Carnival glass will not have a marking. Newer Fenton Carnival glass will say Fenton right here on the bottom. Are the colors of Carnival glass likely to fade over time? No, I don't think so. Not that I've ever noticed. Mom, you haven't ever noticed any Carnival glass colors fading, have you? We've had some pretty.
No, I mean, if you don't use any, like if you wash it carefully, I mean, it could get kind of lose its luster if you use cleaning things on it that are too strong for it. Sometimes it looks like it's kind of not faded, but it doesn't have the shine that it normally does when you go like this.
Yeah. So
I think that's from cleaning it the wrong way.
Yeah, that will happen too. And I mean, it's the wide range of Carnival glass is kind of crazy. And like it's a really like intense like amount of information to handle it together, because it's just it's a lot to handle. But we constantly try and pick up new pieces that force our hand to learn more about the different patterns. So that's pretty much where those are the newer ones. Now I'm gonna I forgot to put this link in the description, but I'm gonna put a link in the description to one of my favorite reference websites when it comes to Carnival glass. It's a gentleman named David Dottie, and he is like, this website has, once I bring it up, you guys are going to be like, oh my God, now I understand what he was talking about. I mean, like, there's not a lot of makers necessarily. I mean, there's a handful, but the amount of patterns and the difference in the patterns can sometimes be like a leaf stem or an extra, arch. And then the colors can be like blue, electric blue, aqua blue. It's a lot. And then there's opal Carnival glass, which tends to be kind of expensive. So, I mean, it's a lot, but we're going to give you guys as, big of a crash course as we possibly can. And before we wrap this up, so let's go ahead and I will share. Chrome tab. Where is it at? Here we go. All right. So this is David Dottie's Carnival Glass website. He kind of gives you guys his version of what Carnival Glass. Primarily, it's pressed glass that had an iridescent coating applied. Remember, if it isn't iridized, it isn't Carnival. So that's a good way to kind of that's definitely something to remember right there. And then he kind of gives you, it was first produced by Fenton in 1907 and was made continuously until 2011. There were 5 or 6 major makers of it originally, but Fenton lasted longer than any of those companies. There are about 2,000 different patterns in Carnival Glass, many of which are similar, leading to much confusion. This site kind of goes into the details of the known patterns, but there are also many obscure patterns that he doesn't even cover. Like I was telling you guys before, it's funny. All the times I've been on this website, I've never read this. Colors can also be confusing. The most common is marigold. That's that orange color you see. You see it a lot. If you've watched our videos, you've seen it before. It's always found on clear glass, but there are other colors are defined by the color of the glass, not the iridescent coating. So another tip that you can always remember too is that a lot of times the color of the base of the glass, so like if you hold it up to the light, it will tell you. So like this one, when you hold it up to the light, you can see it's purple. So, this would be considered a color would be amethyst. Here you go. It's purple or amethyst. The toothpick holder is green. And a toothpick holder, by the way, is contemporary piece. Very few toothpick holders were made in Carnival during the original period of 1907 and 1930. So that's another good thing to remember too. And a lot of times you can kind of tell reproductions by the shapes that are made. So let's see. What do you guys want to see first? Let me just show you really fast motifs. So this is another thing that you can kind of remember too. So these are just like some these terms are good to know and remember as far as when you find something you're trying to figure out what it is. So like a human image, they have these different sort of faces on them. Buildings and monuments, petals and scales. Cane is usually like this sort of like, it looks like a honeycomb almost, if that's a good way to describe it. Beads and dots, cherries. You'll see a lot of fruit on these. You'll see a lot of birds, butterflies. There goes grapes is a really popular one. They go over stars. Fish is also another popular one. Basket weave, you'll see that a lot of times on the back of them. What's cracking, Dave? The Tesla picker's in the building. How you doing, brother? My man just came back from a crazy vacation. Where'd you go, my Dukes?
I had to take a little rest. I had a big day.
Okay. You want to peace out for the night?
No, I'll come back in a minute.
Was you falling asleep while we was going over this stuff?
I'm listening. I love Carnival Glass. It's making a big comeback, and I'm starting to like it.
I know you are.
I'm like Josie. You got to keep a piece or two.
Right?
And then also here too, you can, it'll kind of go over a lot of the contemporary patterns too. So that'll help you as far as identifying the difference between old stuff and new stuff. You know what I'm saying? So this is definitely like my go-to website. And then, like I was telling you, they have these the geometric patterns. And here they kind of explain those to you. Buzzsaw on fire. So like this one definitely has a geometric pattern on it. What it is, I'm pretty sure it's a hobnail. Not a hobnail, hobstar. And something. So yeah, crab claw. It gets insane. Checkerboard, country kitchen, chain and star. It's pretty wild. So and then another thing that'll help you too is it's sometimes is easier to identify the pieces by the actual shape. So you have baskets, chop plates, eperns, plates, pitchers and water sets can get like in the crazy amounts. Bonbons, you'll see a lot of those. You'll see a lot of compotes.
You said what?
Bonbons.
Okay.
You'll see a lot of those too. Breakfast sets, hat pin holders. Those things are super. Those are really nice too. Candle holders, nappies are like one-handled pieces, and then you have milk pitchers, even lamps, spittoons, punch sets, all types of different stuff. So if you find a piece, you can kind of start by looking in the shapes of the glass, and that'll kind of help you as far as instead of just jumping right into patterns. So like before, these are the makers. These are your main makers. You have the small ones, Cambridge, Fostoria, they dabbled a little bit in it. Northwood and Fenton and Dugan and Imperial and Millersburg. In my opinion, those are like the heavyweights. Those are the ones that produce the most Carnival Glass. I mean, it's insane. And you can see I use this site because I'm always trying to check up on the patterns and stuff like that. But I mean, a lot of this stuff is just, it's gorgeous. You look at this, and then so when you click on a pattern, it'll bring take care, Hemlock Lady. So when you look here, it'll be I will put this one up to So once you pull up the pattern, then it will break down the shapes, and it'll break those down by sizes, and it'll also break it down. He'll tell you sometimes the year and when it's sold and how much it's sold for. But now these are not necessarily prices, but you can see the difference. Like an amber bowl of this, right? In 2020 sold for $25. An amber opal bowl, can go for upwards of $300 and so on. So it's you really, sometimes you just pick up a piece because you never know. It could be look at this, the plate right here in a white went for $1,500. So it's sometimes it's about the crazy, color scheme. You might find a plate and then you find it in this color and this shape and this size, and it could be worth a lot of money, which is crazy. So it's you could tell the difference between a piece like this and the piece I just showed you, just by the details in the work, Let's see of a good one. Let's see what this one is. I mean, and then a lot of companies use Carnival Glass too, and they made these special pieces. This is a commemorative piece right here. I mean, you could see, the cheapest one of all of these is $200, $500, stuff like that. So it's kind of crazy. But this is the Bible that you want to go by. I mean, you have Northwood. This is a really pretty one. Look at that one.
That's gorgeous. Is it compote?
Mm-hmm. And this is a rare compote. The difference between this one and the other ones is that this one has what they call these rays. So this stuff is definitely valuable and definitely very popular. So let me jump back here. Ma Dukes is still resting.
I love it. She's honest.
Ace, did you say hello to everybody?
She's honestly tired. Say hi, boo boo. All right, come on.
Ace.
It's okay, boo boo.
Ace is in the building. He wants to say hi to everybody.
Say hi.
Hey, bud.
He's shy. He's camera shy.
Camera shy.
He's not trying to do it.
Put some food in front of that camera. Okay, so now it's our favorite time of the live. We're gonna show y'all the worth point numbers. The worth point numbers. So we'll do a little bit of like, what's selling right now. Oh God.
Does Romeo see Ace?
No, I don't think so. So basically what we're going to do now is we're going to show you guys some of what's selling right now. Is Dugan good? Yeah. Dugan can put out some really valuable pieces for sure. But it's just like all of the companies, they have ones that are worth a lot of money, and then they have ones that are worth just good money, normal money. So like it all depends. But Dugan has made a lot of, let's see if I can find some crazy Dugan. Would you say you had Dugan panel vase? Looks like 2 marigold vases I have. Yeah.
You want to turn the air conditioning?
So Dugan is one of they've made a lot of piece patterns. They're one of the big ones. They've made a lot. Oh, look at this one. Honeycomb and beads.
That's cute.
And then once again, it all depends on the color that you have. Every color is not the same sort of value level in every pattern. So you have to remember that one color and one pattern may not be worth as much as the same color in another pattern, and vice versa. So, and it's impossible to know all of this information. It's not possible. I mean, there's people who just are Carnival Glass experts. They probably know most of it, but I mean, I don't expect anybody to remember all of this stuff. That's why you have to learn how to use the resources that you have at hand, because you can easily find. Like I found a Carnival Glass piece at an auction for like $2.50, and it could have been worth 400, 500, but it had a chip on it, so it's only worth 200. But I mean, like, those pieces are out there, and these are the things that I'm trying to help people understand and see, because I want you guys to be able to know that you can find these pieces of Carnival Glass out in the wild.
In the wild.
In the wild. All right. Now, let's do some quick worth point. Here we go. Carnival Glass sale date. So this is what's selling right now. Ooh. See, this is new Carnival Glass. Oh, they cannot see yet? I didn't share it yet? My bad. Good job, Josie. You didn't have to whisper it.
It's like they cannot, they cannot see.
Okay, so what is this? All right, so here you have more modern, contemporary Carnival Glass that we talked about earlier. It still has some, obviously it still has appeal because this sold June 6th, so it's like it sells, but this sold for $70, 3 fruits. So this is actually a piece that I just sold. Mine was not a plate this sort of shape. It was a different shape, and it had a giant chunk out of it. We got it for free. Somebody was going to throw it away at a yard sale. So I said, "At free, I'll take it." And then that's the jar you have. Yes, Steve. And so I took it for free, and I turned around and I sold it for $15. I mean, if it didn't have the chip on it, it would have been more in this range. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't a chip. I was telling Josie earlier today, it wasn't a chip. It was a chunk.
A chunk missing.
Yeah. So, this is a beautiful piece. Look at this. Now, this guy, I don't know who this guy is, but I see his pictures all the time. This guy must have the most insane Carnival Glass collection. Excuse me. But yeah, this is opal. This is what you call opal. I have this piece right here. Not in this aqua blue opal. Mine is I can't remember what color opal mine is, but I have this same exact piece. And then yes, there is some Carnival Glass that will glow. It is Vaseline glass. And you'll see a lot of people mislabel Carnival Glass too, which is kind of crazy. No, look at this one. Ace is going crazy.
Ace is always.
Now, this is a gorgeous piece of Carnival Glass. This is a tumbler. Look at that. That is rad. I'm imagining that most people, if you saw this in the store, you would pick it up. It's because it just is. To me, it's like you always got to think about what things look like to you. Like if it pops to you and you don't even like it, then imagine what it looks like to other people. Oh, this is another gorgeous piece. Look at that. Now, see, if you look closely here, I'm going to blow this up. This is a Northwood marking. Now, not all the time will you have it, and this marking has gee, all the dogs are barking. All right. So we also have, so this is Northwood mark has been, copied and faked. So you'll have to do a little research on that, and we'll jump more into detail into that into another night. But this is the Northwood marking. It's an N with a line underneath of it. Ace, you done barking, bud? But yeah, and so remember what I was telling you earlier is like this is how you identify the color is by what's going on, Justin. I meant to message you and ask you how that estate sale went. But yeah, and you see how this person right here is holding it up to the light, so you can kind of see. But look at that, Josie.
It's beautiful,
gorgeous. So yeah, and I mean, as you can see, Carnival Glass is definitely still selling. It sells all day, every day, and this guy sells a lot of it. Ooh, look at this color one. Look at that. Man, that is amazing. That's a gorgeous piece. Why does it keep doing that to me? Here we go. I want to see the picture of the bottom. I didn't show the bottom. But yeah, I mean, it's a very, and it's making a comeback, in my opinion. I've been talking about it for a while. I've been really high on Carnival Glass, which is why I buy a lot of it all the time. But as you can see, it's selling, right now as we speak, and it's very popular, new, old. Ooh, look at this one. Now, this is a newer version, but it's a very unique piece. Look at that. You want to see that. You want to see the uniqueness. All these different sort of aspects go into what makes something, valuable and what gives something in a certain level of appeal, and these pieces all have that, even some of the newer pieces too. But it's just, there's a lot of money in Carnival Glass. And I'll tell you that right now. A lot of money. And if you can find it at the yard sales and stuff like that, you can find it for cheap. Even at the flea market. Josie and I, when we met up with Cernock, I bought that Fenton Carnival Glass bowl, and I paid up for it. I paid $25, but I sold it for $50 in less than a week. So it's like, to me, that's a quick flip. No problem. I made a little bit of money off of it. Mm-hmm. So it's definitely super interesting. But so before we wrap up this evening, I do want to, show you guys the high-end Carnival Glass pieces. Oh, man. First of all,
what?
There's only 5 of these made in the world, known to be made. So, yeah. Look at that. Like a
extension cord.
Yeah.
So this, bless you. So this piece right here sold for $17,000. But like I said, there's only 5 of those known in the world.
Beautiful.
Here goes another Northwood piece. Now, this is that I was telling you about when you look at for the opal. An opal in Carnival Glass is basically like a creamy, milky outside part right here. Now, more times than others, those opal pieces are going to be, higher end. So, and you'll see there goes another one right here. This is a sunflower, opal, aqua. I mean, look at that. And that sold for $8,000. And these are definitely over time. Don't forget that. Some pieces, this one sold here in 2018. This is Millersburg. So Millersburg is one of the more harder to find companies, rarer patterns and stuff like that. But yeah, this piece right here sold for $5,200. But like, and if you see the animals on them, look for the animals. There's a Fenton one. I can't remember what it's called. It's called like Dragon and Lotus, I think it's called, is a Fenton one. And they that's a really popular pattern also. Definitely one to keep an eye out for. What else do we have here? But yeah, I mean, this one is a really rare piece also. And that sold for $4,800. There goes a Dugan piece right here. Crazy Dugan piece. Look at that one. This one sold for, see, more animals. But just look at the detail in that piece. And in the back of it's going to have a different pattern on the back also. It's just, I mean, you kind of start to get a feel for everything the more you see the pieces, which is, something to always look out for. And just sold a golf club. Ooh, this is a nice piece too. Another Dugan piece. And a lot of times you'll see the word electric also in some of these patterns. One of the color ones. The electric colors always tend to do a lot better also as far as pricing goes. So that's definitely one to look out for, are those electric colors. Oh, there goes Mark Constellation Pegasus, my man right here. He's got some really dope Carnival Glass. He does a lot of the water pictures and stuff like that also. Now those are the ones that I was talking about that can bring a lot of money also. But yeah, as you can see, I mean, there's a lot of high-end Carnival Glass out here, and I mean, it's selling all the time. But even like the crazy high-end stuff, you could still find, regular stuff that's going to bring you, $50, $60, $100, $200. Not everything has to necessarily be, these crazy pieces, but it is fun to look at these pieces. Just in case, you run across one, you see it and you're like, oh, man, I remember I saw that piece on Tim's Live over the years. No way. And then next thing you know, you got a $1,500 piece. So it can definitely be pretty crazy. Oh, Ma Dukes, you're back.
Back in, yeah. I was looking at some of those high-end pieces.
I bet you were.
Looking at the back of my eyelids. Anyway.
Majority of Carnival Glass is pressed glass, so not hand blown. But there is some exceptions to the rule, obviously. But yeah, so that was just a a quick little intro into the world of Carnival Glass. Mainly, I wanted to help you guys identify the difference between the modern and contemporary Carnival Glass and the older stuff, because there's a big difference, and over time you'll start to realize the difference more or less, and know which ones to really look out for. I mean, if you get those newer modern and contemporary pieces and you get them for $1, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But I just want to make sure that you don't see it and get excited, Carnival Glass, and then pay $10 for it, and then might not be able to sell it for $15. So it's definitely something to look out for. I'm waiting for Josie to get back down here. Mom.
I'm going to bug out here, guys.
Say goodbye to everybody.
Yep. See you next week. Look out for that Carnival Glass. Don't get excited about it and get hooked on it. Start keeping it yourself. Flip it.
Whoa, damn, Mom just dipped out on me real quick. So Ma Dukes is out. She's out for the count. She had a long day today. My sister got married. So, Josie, you gonna come here and say goodbye? I got some card breaks I'm getting into tonight too, so kind of stoked about that. But yeah, don't forget Wednesday night I'm gonna be on Bolo Buddies. I got a new video I'm gonna film tomorrow. I'm gonna try and drop that tomorrow or Wednesday. I finally sold the Wedgwood urn vase, and I sold the teapot that we picked up for free, the postmodern one. So like between those two pieces, I was like a $650 day. So it was pretty crazy. So Bolo Buddies Wednesday night. Thursday night, we're going to be on Trusty Huckster Mercantile's channel, and we're going to be doing a live vintage sale. So don't forget to tune in to everything. Ace!
He's scared. He heard a noise. He thought it was at the door.
This dog, man.
Ace.
He thinks he's the
Nobody's
biggest, baddest
there.
dog on the block. It's crazy.
Nobody's there.
Book David Dice site. Yeah, and I'll make sure I put a thank you for joining us, Queenie, as always. I will definitely put a link in the description for the Carnival Glass website. It's definitely something I highly recommend. It's very useful. What's going on, Glenn? And I thought I saw Courtney in here. There she is. So yes, Bolo Buddies, Wednesday night. We will be there. I'm super excited for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. You guys know me. I get amped up and passionate. So I'm really excited for that night. And then Thursday night, Trusty Huckster Mercantile's channel, we will be doing a live vintage sale. So if you guys want to come over there and support and just show up, who knows? You guys might find something that you think is cool and buy it. Not necessarily for me. It's going to be 4 of us on there doing the sale. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't thank you guys enough, as always, for all the love and support that you guys, show us, commenting on the videos, subscribing, watching the videos, watching these lives. We've had like 40 plus people throughout this whole night tonight. So, like that means the world to me. It doesn't make me feel like I'm going crazy. Like, sometimes I'm a perfectionist. So Josie has to whack me over the head every once in a while.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for joining us. Stay tuned. It's going to be a crazy couple of weeks for over the years. I'm excited. Josie's excited. Ace is excited. Yeah. My Dukes is excited. Yeah. Shake face. All right, guys. Thank you. See y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.